is they were raised by people who didn't understand emotional intelligence.
Oh.
So a lot of
I love every single word she said. For the longest time, I've spoken about how my generation's parents were taught a very terrible way of parenting, to the point where they feel like the best way to discipline their child is for their child to be terrified of them. So they do things like beat them, scream at them, cuss at them, thinking that that would get their child to behave. And for the most part, when they're younger, they do, because they're small. Parents are going to hit a little kid because it's easy to do so. But when the child gets bigger and they start getting stronger and they get, used to them getting beat, so they start eating, the punishments, they get beat, they're like, whatever, they still do whatever they want. They're going to sign themselves up, this generation's parents, my generation's parents, they're signing themselves up for a thing called no call, no show, that I like saying, Y'all have heard the term before. Basically, when they turn 18, they will stop calling and they will stop showing up and you will never see them again. And then they sit and wonder and they're like, oh my God, why hasn't my child called me? It's been a year since they moved out. What happened? What happened? Girl, let me tell you what happened. Your child was tired of you. They were waiting for that one time to escape, and they did. And now you will never see them again until you get up and apologize. But that's another thing my generation's parents don't really know how to do. They don't really know how to say sorry because they think that children don't deserve respect. So therefore, they don't think that they deserve apologies. They don't think they deserve to, talk about emotional connections as much, which is why a lot of my generation's parents and kids don't have a good emotional connection with their parents. And they don't want to admit it at all. Like, you guys have to understand that eventually your kid is going to get old enough to understand what's going on and that this is not a healthy relationship. So your kid is either going to try to fix it, and if that doesn't work, they're going to turn themselves off and, distance themselves, as they have every right to do, because some of y'all biggest haters will be your parents sometimes, but that's another story for another day. But overall, this woman basically hit the nail right on the head, and I very much respect her opinion, because until my generation's parents understand that they have to emotionally connect with their child in a way that they would want their parents to do to them, because obviously they're doing it because that's how their parents taught them, they will never build a long-term connection with their kid. They're just basically raising their kid for 18 years just for them to never see them again. And you don't want to be cooped up in a nursing home and everybody else has their little grandbaby coming to see them, and you the only one that has no visitors on Mother's Day, Grandparents' Day, or anything. That's just not the best. So to this generation's parents, open up your hearts a little bit and start listening to your kids, okay? Because it's not too late.